everyone, and welcome to a new video. In the last video you see that I just installed and configured the EVE-NG and already add some images, Cisco images, license them and fix the permission to use these images. In this video, actually in the last video I already told you that you can download the pre-installed images of operating system like Windows Server, Linux and so on, but some of the guys asking me that they want to have their own customized Windows, and because of that I just decided to show you how you can install Windows on your EVE-NG. In this video I'm going to install Windows 10 Pro, and this actually procedure will work on every Windows client and also server. There is not much different, and just you need to have the image and you can install it. And also after installation I'm going to install some software on that and then commit the installation. Committing the installation means, for example, if you just install a Windows and for example we have a lab here, I'm going to open that, and here you see I can, for example, add a node and a Windows here and install this Windows. After installation, actually, if I just close this lab with closing, everything will be destroyed. It means your installation will be lost because it will not be saved inside the hard drive, actually inside the virtual hard drive. Because of that you need to commit this installation to make an image, and then you can use that image anywhere in the lab, or you can upload that to another EVE-NG and use it. For that, let me start from WinSCP and upload a ISO image to the WinSCP. For that, let's as I said before, the image should be in the OPT, Unit Lab, Add-on, and on the Chemo. In the Chemo, you can see that I have these images already here, but now I just want to have a Windows 10 image here. Okay, for that let's create a new folder, new directory here, and name it Win-10. It's Win10 x64 and it's a Pro version. Okay, now I just create the directory and let's upload the ISO image in this. I already download the Windows image here, and you can download this from Microsoft website, and it's Windows 10. It's available in the Microsoft website. You can download that, and because you are going to use that in a lab and you are not going to use it for a long time, you can use the actually the trail version of that. You don't need to have any license for this. And let's upload that inside the EVE-NG, and it will take some time for uploading. Okay, let's start installation next and install now. Okay, we don't have any product key. Let's select Windows 10 Pro. Next, accept the license agreement, and now we are not going to install to update. We are going to install. Okay, in this section you see that we need to select drive to install this on that, and we cannot see any drive here. We need to load the driver for that. Let's load it, browse, and the driver is in the floppy disk drive B in the storage, and this one, and then AMD 64. Okay, you can see that a driver will show up here. If I untick this one, the hidden drive that is not compatible with that, you can see there is other drives also here. And if you, again, I'm just emphasizing again, if you create this drive in a wrong directory, or if you just misspell that, this list will not show up to you. Okay, if you hide this, you cannot see this one because it will not be compatible with your drive that you created. Okay, I'm just selecting this one and next. Here it's going to actually install the driver, and then it will show you the hard drive, and you can install your Windows on that. Okay, we have a 40 GB drive, and I can actually create some partition on that, or just apply. Okay, just create a drive, and let's click on next. Okay, the Windows installation is start, and it will take the normal time of installation of Windows, like when you install a Windows on a laptop or on a PC. Okay, let's continue our installation. Select the language and let's wait for the other options that show up. Let's skip this portion. Okay, the installation is finished. Let's create an account for our Windows. Okay, I'm not going to use the email address. I'm not going to actually use the online account. I am just creating the offline account for that. Click on unlimited experience. Okay, let's accept this privacy policy, and it has actually a lot of steps for Windows 10, but the other Windows it's very easy to install. Not easy, it just has less question that you're going to ask me. Okay, just skip this one. Okay, not now. Okay, finally we see the desktop. Now let's first check that if we are connected to the internet. Actually this icon show me that it is connected. Let's try CMD. And let's ping the Google in this DNS server. Yes, actually we are connected. Okay, our Windows is ready, and let me show you something else. CMD and IP config. You can see that it's select the IP address in the range of my Eve IP address, because it's already connected to the same cloud and it's receiving this IP address from the DHCP server. Okay, our Windows is ready. For that, let me just quick install some softwares, like I'm going to install Google Chrome here and also the PADI, and after that we'll commit our installation. meantime, let's do something else, and let's go to control panel and try to enable the remote desktop for our Windows here, because maybe later we need to access our Windows in remote desktop. It will be good to enable that now. Every configuration that you do here will save in this Windows, and every time when you access when you create actually a lab and add this image, this configuration will be available in that image. It's good for Windows client, but for Windows Server, if you install any services, and that service will be added to that image, and next time when you try to use that image, that service will be available in that. Sometimes you may not need that services, and you may not like to occupy your RAM or your drive, and also open very load services, very high heavy services on your Windows, and because of that it doesn't recommend that you enable the services. It's good to just use the fresh Windows of fresh version of the Windows. Okay, now the remote desktop is also enabled. Okay, everything is done. For committing this, let's first we need to turn off this Windows properly, not just right click here and shut down. It's not a stop, it's not a good method, because the Windows will be shut down and abnormally, and next time may not load. And because of that, I'm just going to the Windows and try to power off the Windows normally, and wait for Windows to turn off. Okay, our Windows is turned off. You can see that the color of that become gray from blue. It means that the Windows is turned off. Now we need to commit this installation, and for that let's again go to the PADI, and this time let's exit from this directory. For accessing actually this installation that we did before, this installation is done in a temporary place, and now we need to just commit that temporary place to our hard disk. For that, let's first go to that temporary place. It's OPT and unit lab temp. It's in temporary place. Next, we need to select our user that we are already logged in. For the admin user means the user that you are logged in with the EVNG. We just use the admin user here, and the number of the admin user is 0, but if you create other users, you can check this number and find which number is your user. And then let's another section of that, we need to find that first. Then this 0 is the user ID that you are connected. Next we need to copy the lab ID. Lab ID means this lab that we are already in, and for that let's check the lab detail, and you can see this is the lab ID. Let's copy this and paste it here. Okay, now I just select the lab ID, and at the end we need to check this device. This device is already has a number, and you can see this is Win and this is the number 1. This is the first node that I add here. Okay, and if I click another one, I can create a node. For example, I'm just having, for example, this one. Okay, save, and if you check this, you can see this is the number 2. This one is 1, and here we just type 1 and backslash. You can see that we are now in this temporary directory, and now we need to commit this temporary directory to our hard drive. For that we need to write this command: opt chemo bin then chemo image, and now commit. And commit where? Commit to the drive that we created before, and the name of that was virtual.qcow2. okay, let's make sure that we just write this spelling correct. Yes, and this is qcow. Let's enter. Okay, let me see that. Okay, commit. I just misspelling it. Commit. It takes some time because it's going to copy all this information. It's GB of information to that qcow, and after that our Windows will be ready to boot from the image. Okay, let's wait for its commitment, and after that we will come back and check our image if it's committed correctly or if it's working correctly or not. Okay, the image is committed and it's ready to use. Before using this, let's go to our WinSCP and check the size. You see, before size was 100. Sorry, I just forget this number. It's 193, and let's refresh this, and you can see the size of this is increases because we just save all this information in the qcow2. And now we just need to it's need or it's not. I'm going to remove this because I don't want to this image just take the space of my virtual machine, and I don't need this ISO image anymore, and I'm just going to delete that. Now our Windows is ready, and it's Windows 10 Pro, and let's check that. I'm going to actually delete this. I just want to show you that our image is installed correctly. For that, let's node, and let's go to the Windows, and from the list let's select the Windows 10 that we just installed now, and save, and let's connect that also and start it. After installation, let's check it's the same port number that is selected, and let's go to WinSCP, and let's see. You can see that our Windows is not run, and it may be because of the permission, fixing the permission. For that, let's again fix the permission here, and then we'll try if we can turn on this Windows. Okay, the command for fixing the permission, let's exit from this and type the command. It's opt unitlab wlar wrappers and unl wrapper, and then -a, then fix permissions. Okay, let me check what is the mess here. Fix permissions. Okay, this permission. Okay, the permission is fixed, and let's try to start it again. We need to start it here, and let's see if it's become blue. Okay, let's first wipe it. It's maybe because of the wiping, and now start it. Okay, now our Windows is started, and we can check it here with the same port number it comes, I believe. 32769. Yes, it's the same port here, 769. Okay, let's wait. That disconnected and connect again. Okay, now our Windows is turned on, and you can in the moment we will be logged in, and you can see all our configuration will be available in this Windows. Actually, you can see if I edit it, it has only 4 GB of RAM by default. We can increase the RAM if we have a RAM, and then our Windows will be turned on very fast. It's because of the RAM. It's working very slowly. It takes some time, some long time to run the Windows, and also inside the Windows, of course, the speed will be very, very slow. Okay, our Windows is boot up, and you can see the user that we select before, and the password, and we log in inside the Windows. Now our Windows is committed, but any installation you do after this, and you turn off or delete this Windows icon here and drag another one, that installation will not be available here unless you just commit it again. Every time you install something and you want to keep that on your Windows on that image, you can commit it, and it will be available next time when you access that image. Okay, our installation is finished. We can have one more step, and that one is to actually compress this image that we created to take less space of our hard drive. It's also some command inside the EvenG that we can compress this image to make it smaller, but with nowadays I think it doesn't need to do something like that. It will take your image smaller, and also when you use that, it will take some time to decompress that again and use it, and because of that I'm not going to use this option here. Okay, this is our end of the video, and thank you for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe the channel. The Netmaster is soon, and every day you will see a new video and learn something new. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.